in problem number 2, I'm asked to factor completely. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the greatest common factor, because I notice that in these 3 numbers there is a greatest common factor. I look at 5 and 60 and 100 and I think, okay, let me start with the smallest one, right? The factors are 1 and 5. Can 5 go into 60? Yeah, right? 60 ends in a 0, so I know that's divisible by 5. 12 times 5 is 60. 100 I know is divisible by 5. 5 times 20 is 100. So the GCF, the number is 5. And what about the variables? So here I have 3 x's, here I have 2 x's, here I have 1 x, and so you can see that each of them does have an x, and so the greatest common factor is 5x, right? There's just 1 x because there's only 1 x here, so the greatest common factor only has 1 x. So my next step is to factor out the greatest common factor. Okay, so I'm going to put my parentheses. I have 5x, and so first I want to know 5x times what gets me 5x to the third. Okay, well, 5 times 1 gets me 5, so I can write this 1, or I can keep it divisible, either one. And then here I'm multiplying 1x, and I need to multiply, right? I'm multiplying 1x already. I need to multiply 2 more x's in order to have 3 x's, right? So now when I do 5x times x squared, I'll have 5x to the third power, which is what I want. Okay, now 5x times what gets me positive 60x squared, so it's going to be positive. 5 times what gets me 60? If you're not sure, you can put in your calculator 60 divided by 5, right? 5 times 12 gets me 60. So 5 times 12 gets me 60. Now it's 5x, and I want there to be 2 x's, right? There's 2 x's here, so I already am multiplying 1x here, and so I need another one. And then finally, 5x times what gets me 100. So again, if you're not sure, 5 times what gets me 100, you can do 100 divided by 5. But 5 times 20 is 100. Both are positive, so this is positive. And there's already an x here, so this is 5x times 20, which will be 100x. So at this point, I have factored out the greatest common factor. Okay, but now I have another step to do because, and I'm going to erase this one. You can keep it there or not, but this fits the format of the trinomials I know how to factor, where x squared is here by itself at the front, and so now what I need is 2 numbers that add to 12 and multiply to 20. So I'm going to think, okay, numbers that multiply to 20, that's 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. I have nice positive numbers here, so I'm really just thinking, what are 2 numbers that add to 12 multiply to 20? And I notice that 2 and 10, they add to 12 and they multiply to 20. So I'm going to take this 5x, I'm going to bring it down. And then what I'm factoring right now is just this part, right? For right now, I'm ignoring the 5x, and I'm just factoring this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my 2 sets of parentheses, and that is x plus 2, right? And x plus 10. Okay, so I'm done with this problem. If you were to multiply back out to check, you would get this.